It's about that time again. What is up? If you're watching this, that means you got another day. If you're wondering why my hair looks all crazy and I'm in my room, it's because I'm just starting my day. Speaking of another day, I'm gonna take you through mine. We all have the routine, we all have the day job, and I have allocated the max amount of time for YouTube. I'll show you guys all the little daily tricks that I do to save time. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. My alarm goes off at 4:30. All right, let's do this thing. In this first hour, it's super critical that you don't touch your phone for anything unless it's music. Because if you respond to text messages or notifications or email or anything like that, it puts your brain in a reactive mode instead of a proactive mode. Your brain goes into putting out all these fires and it gets shots of dopamine really early in the morning. So you crave it for the rest of the day. It makes you more prone to checking your phone. So go at least the first hour without any phone interaction at all. You'll thank me later. So I have the same breakfast every single day. 4 eggs, aminos, milk, and then sometimes I'll throw in a carb like bread or oatmeal. You want to make sure you have the exact same thing every morning if you can help it. There's fewer decisions that you have to. Your brain can only make a certain number of decisions in a day. That's why I try to keep my outfit simple. I try to keep my breakfast the same, and I try to basically get to work before I make even my first decision. Everything is routine. You're using the least amount of brain power possible as early as possible. While breakfast is going, we're gonna get lunch ready. Now, I usually meal prep the day before or a couple days in advance, 2 or 3 at a time. Just some work. Avocado. I keep all my perishable foods, fruits, vegetables, breads, things like that on this top shelf, so that way I can keep an eye on things that spoil quickly and I can make sure that I eat them before they go bad so I don't waste any food. I keep the stuff that I use daily closest to the door, like my vitamins, protein mix, and my aminos that I know that I'm going to eat every day, so they're just that much closer and easy to access. I have on-the-go snacks in this blue container, so when I'm running out the door I can just open up the blue container and grab some on-the-go snacks. So even just organization of my food, I'm shaving off seconds off my daily routine. So I've got an avocado. We're going to cut that up and put it inside with the steak. We've got a can of vegetables, so I'm going to open that and put it in Tupperware so it's ready to microwave at work. I've got fruit to add to my breakfast, and then I have aminos as well. Now, a lot of people like coffee in the morning. I prefer aminos. There's also some natural caffeine in this, and I can measure out the exact amount of caffeine that I want based on how much sleep I got the night before. Last night I got 5.5 hours. So that means I'm probably going to do a scoop and a half of this, which is about 75 milligrams of caffeine. The average cup of coffee has 80 milligrams of caffeine. So even on a tired day, I'm doing less than an average cup of coffee worth of caffeine. So my caffeine intake is very low. Most of my energy comes from here. Gotta shut down the computer from last night where we're uploading the vlog. Also was doing a backup on the hard drive, so we're going to get that packed up while we eat breakfast. Got about 5 to 6 minutes to eat breakfast every day, so it's going to be quick. I learned to eat breakfast quickly while I was in the Air Force because we only had 5 to 8 minutes to eat meals. I get about 6 minutes of Stradman or Suminato Lab or Burlocker, or especially Love Life Apollos in the morning. It takes me about 2 to 3 days to finish a single vlog because I only can do it in 5 to 6 minutes at a time. But this lets me know, what else is going on in the world, what are other creators doing, and get some inspiration for my videos. I still haven't touched my phone for any kind of notifications or read any text. This is just YouTube. All right, it's about that time again. Oh, quickly shift in reverse. Not a true cold start, boys. My car wakes up all the neighbors, so if I shift it in reverse, it's not as loud. I am officially 5 minutes later than I normally am. My entire morning routine is literally budgeted down to the second almost, because I've been filming. It threw that off just a little bit. I'm also one of the last people in the world clocking in still for my day job. Because of the coronavirus, everybody is working from home or not working at all. I'm still very happy to have a job. Also, I have no idea how this looks right now. I'm shooting everything on a GoPro today because I'm gonna be carrying you around in my pocket. I don't really wanna raise any concerns at work when I'm vlogging. Some people are like, what are you doing? so we're gonna keep this low key. Also, a lot of you probably wonder why I'm at work so early. Like, it is 6:05 right now. Like I said, I'm about 5 minutes behind schedule on what I normally like to be getting out the door. I had a special exception to go in earlier literally than anyone else. I walk in before the air conditioning or the heat even comes on in the building. That is because I need to save time in the afternoon for shooting. If I'm gonna make golden hour, I have to get out well before.
Caution, red light camera ahead. Unmark this location.
Yes.
Powering down.
Wow, okay, I didn't need to get yelled at by my radar Siri this early in the morning. I shifted my schedule so that I get up at 4:30 and I start working at 6:30 and I'm out by 2:30. I negotiated a 7-hour workday instead of an 8-hour workday because then I'm not legally required to take a full hour-long lunch. I am only obligated to a half-hour lunch, and that earns me time back. I don't get paid as much. If I leave at 3 o'clock instead of 2:30, I start dipping into some afternoon traffic coming home. So even just a 30-minute difference at my work makes a difference. So it's very important that I get out right at 2:30 and get to wherever my shoot location is that day. When I get out of work, which you'll see later today, I usually can pick one errand to run, sometimes two, depending on how long it takes. So a UPS drop-off, pick up medicine, get groceries, sometimes wash the car. That one takes longer. Basically, I can pick one or two things to try to catch up on before I roll into either editing or shooting. It's all to optimize for YouTube. So if you're like, oh, I wonder, you know, how I can allocate more time for what I want, how bad do you want it? Because I've shifted my entire workday. I got a special privilege from the CEO to have my hours exactly what they are. I can still get all the work done that I need to get done. I have taken every possible route to work and timed them all multiple times, took an average, and now I take basically the same route every day. If traffic does pop up, I know coronavirus. If there is traffic, I know the second fastest way immediately without looking. Because even Jeff Bezos himself said that he's optimizing how he brushes his teeth to be able to save time, but optimization is for machines and we're humans, or something like that. I have little checkpoints on my commute to work. My commute to work takes almost exactly 35 minutes, and I know where I need to be at certain times of day. For example, the first checkpoint is a Chinese restaurant that I passed that should be at 6:15. I've got about 4 minutes to get there, otherwise I know I'm falling a little bit behind, and I'll know exactly how much I'm falling behind. Why am I falling behind? Because this slowpoke's in front of me. Out of the way, nerd. Yeah, buddy. I love this part of the drive because it's nice and curvy, there's no cars, got the tires warmed up. My neighbor actually told me, he's like, yeah, I hear you pretty much every morning. And I was like, oh no, that's so bad, you know, I'm sorry. And he's like, no, it's okay. It just tells me that you're already up and after it, and I need to get up and after it too. So find some neighbors like that. There's the Chinese restaurant. I know you guys can't see it. 6:15 on the dot, multiplying your time. So how can you get the most out of things like driving that is routine? Most mornings I'm listening to one of two things. One, the Impact Theory podcast with Tom Bilyeu, so that I can learn about mindset, entrepreneurship, optimization, health, things like that. I want to make sure that I'm growing. The second thing that I've been listening to a lot is Jordan Belfort's Straight Line Persuasion, so that I can learn better sales tactics. A lot of us confuse being busy with being productive. Pulling into work, 6:30 on the dot, base. Fewer and fewer cars every day because hashtag coronavirus. I'm fine. The other thing that earbuds does is it tells everybody around me that I'm not in the mood to socialize. When I show up to work, I pretty much have locked on the entire time. That's the big building I work. Let's go there. 3, 2, 1. What's up? While I'm getting work done and making calls, doing things like that, I have YouTube going with photo tutorials so that I can listen and kind of watch along and learn. I organize my day. Everything is in my planner. I handwrite everything so that way it's like organized in my own system. Anything in red is time suspense, and anything is in black on the left side has to be done that day. Anything on black on the right side can be pushed to another day. Things that have to be done at work have a circle W next to it. Things that bring in money have a money sign next to them. And then things that have to be done at home have an H with a circle in them. Surround yourself with your goals. Cars, picture of a Lambo, Taylor Swift. Make sure you see your goals, print them out, make them real. Sorry I had to speak so quietly inside. I didn't want to like attract attention or freak anyone out. Who's Will talking to in his crazy little cube over there? I'd be eating at my desk without using my lunch hours and literally working through lunch. And when I actually use that half-hour lunch break that I'm
actually required to take. It takes me 5 minutes to walk to the parking garage. I can fall asleep instantly. I set an alarm for 20 minutes, which is enough for one complete cycle of sleeping for light sleep. 5 minutes to walk back into the building, and I clock back in at 30 minutes on the dot. Ever since I fell asleep on the stage, the main stage at EDC while Galantis was playing, I learned that I can literally fall asleep anywhere. Remember I said that we only have time for 1 to 2 errands after work? 3:30, I got out of work late. About $100 to repair the screen on my laptop. All right, we got the laptop screen completely cleaned off. Running out of time for 2 errands. Fun fact is, of all the commuting I've done to and from work, I don't think there's been a single day in Los Angeles where I've driven to or from work and not seen at least one exotic. At least one. Sometimes it's more like 5. Yes, this is what the behind the scenes look like as I literally sprint home to get here in time to create content for you guys. All right, back home, we made it. Holy traffic. And it's time for the shoot, and it's about that time again. Woo, yes sir. Also, gas is almost under $3 a gallon for premium. LA has never seen gas this cheap before. There are some silver linings to this whole situation. I'm about to drive from Hollywood to downtown LA and do it in 20 minutes at 5:30. Unheard of. Yes, sir. That drive was supposed to take, I think it said 30 minutes, and I got here in 15. The wide body kit, we're gonna get the lights, interior shots, just anything that just showcases what's special about this car. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of figuring out what my daily timeline looks like and how I save time. I'm gonna focus on driving. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll catch you next week. Peace.
I might lie to you just to get through the night with you. Hope that's alright. Know you lie